Now, as you heard me say in a recent video, we have, after 20 years, we have looked at dominant core region. We all have a dominant core region. That means we're strongest in only one of those 9 numbers. That's where your hips will be square. That's where everything sets up and you're in balance. You'll still have one shoulder lower than the other unless you've done the Wright Balance Express or the optimization. So what we know now is that trail arm delivery is what is going to determine the core region. So after you've done the Wright Balance Express, that I'm going to go over that with you here momentarily, you're going to see that core region dominance is not necessarily where you're going to play from. So if I put this bar on my hips, and I rotate keep my elbows close to my side, rotate my forearms forward, and you've seen this before. I'm going to go here to region 1, okay? Region 1. So you'll notice that no matter where I go here, my arms do not change. After the Core Express, it's pretty remarkable, as you'll see, but after the Core Express, this carrying angle, this power angle, this angle that you want to set at the top doesn't change. It is the same in every core region. Not only that, it measures anywhere from 1.5 to 3 degrees greater. For me, it went into my dominant region, which is my lower core. So based upon my dominant region, I went from 151 to 148.5. That is a big difference in terms of playing. So I'm 148.5, not just in the lower core, but mid and upper as well. I'm going to disrupt my core in just a moment and show you the differences and how they're affected. So this is what the Express does, not the optimization. The Wright Balance Express will create the same angle, which means I'm going to have, no matter what stance width I go to, if my grip is good, I'm going to, meaning that it matches on both sides, and we do want matching stance width, by the way, and I'll come back to that. But if my grip matches no matter where I am, I'm going to set that angle, okay? What is going to be different is the set and release of the club. The set and the release of the club. Because if I go to region 9 here, I'm on region 9, you'll see that, see how much external shoulder rotation I have. That's going to be about 149 degrees. That easily, you'll notice where might notice how under that delivery is. So, do I have a choice of where I want to play? I don't think so. I don't believe I do. Now I think I am going to have to play as a lower core player. Now, the Wright Balance Express is remarkable because it has the greatest resistance to disruption. So if you are playing golf, you want to be working with your Wright Balance professional on the matching. For me, that's where I was. I went to mid-core. If you've seen some of these videos, you heard me say I've gone to mid-core. Well, now I can, even at my age, have a much better position. I can clear my hips where I couldn't before because of that 149. And that gives me much more. I was more of a side under delivery. Now I'm really an under delivery. So it's a big difference. So the point is, if you're doing the Wright Balance Express and you go to play golf, if I go to play golf and I am working, let me get back to a region 5, okay? Which is where I was playing from. I'll move this down so you can see it. So I'm going to region 5, and my posture, my center of mass, or my balance point, is just behind the balls of my feet. It's a little forward of the center of my arches. So as I go back, this angle and I turn through, I'm going to be under. I'm not going to be side on, which is where I belong. So I'm going to be under, and I may be spinning out and leaving the ball a little bit out to the right. But when I go to play golf, I really want to understand what that's doing to my setup. We're not deep enough into it. I know my lower core increased, and it's the same everywhere. So we're not sure whether it is the dominant core region. Wright Balance Professional will tell you what your dominant is. If you do the Wright Balance Express then test again what your external shoulder rotation is. That's really what's going to determine your playing core region. Now, you can do the optimization, not the express. You can do the optimization and do the right bomb, the movement of the shoulders forward at address, and that'll square everything up. You can play with that. And you can play with your old core region, whatever that is. I cannot play in the middle core now because of these changes. I'm a low core player at this point. So let's take a look now at the Wright Balance Express, how it's done. I'm going to disrupt my core. I'm going to show you how I'm going to disrupt it, how it is done, and the impact it has overall. So I have a grip trainer. You'll notice, and you've heard me say, when you're doing the express, your shoulders, you have to have your hands touching. You want to be in your stance widths, and you want to, you're going to lean forward and set everything from that stance where you pinch shoulders together, and you're going to go back and you're going to pinch your shoulder blades together. You've also heard me say you don't want to hold anything horizontal. Okay? Now I'm going to hold this horizontal. Notice my hands are not touching. The touching, when your hands touch, that completes the kinetic chain. Look at it as an electrical charge, if you will, because it has a dramatic effect on the body. So I'm going to go horizontal here, do those two exercises on 5. But when I go over here now, I'm going to step back just a little bit. I'll be on 5. I'm on 5, but you'll notice that I didn't do anything. Everything stays square. My hands weren't touching. If I go to horizontal now, with the grip, my hands are touching. 2 deep breaths, that's all. 1 on each end. And look where my hips go. So, that hands touching, horizontal, not something you want to do. So no matter where I go here, my core is absolutely disrupted. Step forward, step back. I step back on either side. Just did that on the left so you could see. So my core is completely disrupted. Now, you'll notice at this point then, Scott Crone sent this to me. Scott, thank you. This is much easier to move around and get square. He sent me an L where I'm able to put the strips down as I do the videos. So you can see how much rotation I have. So I'm going to go to 1, and I'm going to do the optimization. I'm going to just do a couple of breaths. Okay, now you'll see when I stand tall now, I haven't moved my foot. I had knee flex, everything's good. So now you can see my external shoulder rotation. I can't get in. I've lost, remember the Wright Balance Express? Gave me 140, 150, 49, 48, 49. This is giving me 150. So that's number 1 stance width. I go to mid-core, everything's going to open up again. Let's go to 5, mid-core. So we're right in the middle. We've gone from the pelvic floor to the middle, mid-core. Now this is going to last until I raise one foot, until I do all 9. After I do all 9, I'll be in good shape. But now notice, I don't have as much, and my delivery is much more side on. That's a mid-core, okay? And I'm going to go to 9 now, and I have to set my body. This is your optimization. And you'll notice how my external shoulder rotation changes in every region. This is upper core, and that's going to be a good delivery. So what this is telling me, and by the way, let me raise one foot, and you can see my body just go sideways. Because I only did 1, 5, and 9. If I do all 9, I'll be fine. But I raised a foot, and no matter where I go. So the point is, I do my optimization there. Then I'm going to have the variance in my carrying angle, external shoulder rotation. So if you're going to do the express, and this is really how you do the express. You have to do the express, then you do the optimization. Express stabilizes, optimization gives you pain relief, it's pain management, and flexibility. It has nothing to do, it has everything to do with stabilization. My shoulders will be level, hips will be level, you'll be good to go play. But if you go to the gym, you want to do the express before you go to the gym. So I like the express, gives me, you're going to find a tremendous foundation. But just know, if you're doing the express, you've eliminated all the variance in the carrying angle. In many ways, it's great for a golfer who, I like it. It fits me. Now I'm able to do things I've tried to do for years. I was a low core teacher and a low core player, but I teach every core region. When you go to your Wright Balance professional, they'll be able to help you tease all of this out. Exercise changes the body, and we're finding that the express and the optimization change the body differently. But if you're going to do exercise, you're doing everything, do the express first. You don't have any disruption then as you do the optimization. If you're going to the gym, do the express, do the optimization, and go. You'll have great mobility, resistance to any change. It's tough to disrupt after you've done the express, and it will last. If you want to go play, but you want to have the variance because of the changes in your power angle, it may or may not change for your core region, but test it and see. We're still looking at it. So I just want you to understand the differences in these exercises and how they're impacting the body.